Are you ready to uncover the hidden secrets behind one of the most overlooked yet surprisingly valuable Lincoln pennies? The 1988 Lincoln cent holds mysteries that could turn your pocket change into a fortune. Stay with me as we journey deep into the history, minting errors, varieties, and market secrets of the 1988 Lincoln penny that every collector needs to know. If you think you know your pennies, think again. This 2-hour deep dive will change the way you see every single cent you hold. The story of the 1988 Lincoln penny begins long before its minting in the year 1988. The Lincoln cent itself traces its origin back to 1909, when President Theodore Roosevelt commissioned sculptor Victor David Brenner to redesign the 1-cent coin as a tribute to President Abraham Lincoln, who remains one of America's most iconic historical figures. The Lincoln penny became the first regular-issue U.S. coin to bear the likeness of an actual person, and it marked the beginning of a new era for American coinage. The wheat reverse design used from 1909 until 1958 symbolized prosperity and growth, but the design would evolve in 1959 when the Lincoln Memorial reverse was introduced, marking the 50th anniversary of the Lincoln cent. This reverse would be used until 2008, but in the late 1980s, the Lincoln cent underwent subtle changes that have since become the stuff of legend for collectors and error hunters alike. The 1988 Lincoln penny is one such coin that has grown in importance over the years due to its transitional varieties and the continuing interest in doubled dies and reverse design anomalies. To understand the significance of the 1988 penny, one must first understand the context of the minting technology in use. At the time, during the 1980s, the United States Mint had transitioned from bronze cents to copper-plated zinc cents, beginning in 1982. This switch was made primarily to save costs, as the rising price of copper had made the bronze composition too expensive. The new cents consisted of a core of 97.5% zinc, plated with a thin layer of copper to achieve the traditional penny appearance. This new composition, however, came with its own challenges, especially when it came to striking sharp details and avoiding plating bubbles, corrosion, and other issues that have since created opportunities for rare error coins within this transitional era. The 1988 Lincoln cent stands out not only because of its general mintage, but because of a particular reverse variety known as the wide AM and close AM design difference, which became a major point of interest for collectors. These design variations stem from the fact that the United States Mint was in the process of updating master hubs and dies, which occasionally resulted in coins being struck with unintended design elements on the 1988 Lincoln penny. There is the famous transitional reverse design error known as the RDV006, or the so-called 1988 double die reverse. The reverse design variety involves the use of the old reverse design from earlier, proofs being used accidentally on business strikes. This means that some 1988 pennies have a reverse with sharper, more defined details, especially around the designer's initials FG, which stand for Frank Gasparo, the mint engraver who originally designed the Lincoln Memorial reverse collectors, began discovering these rare transitional varieties through meticulous searching, often using magnification to inspect the designer's initials and the spacing between the A and M in America. Such discoveries sparked a wave of excitement among coin roll hunters who began searching millions of pennies in circulation in the hopes of finding a rare transitional piece that could command hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. The rarity and desirability of these transitional varieties make them prime targets for counterfeiters, which has added another layer of complexity for modern collectors. Authentication of these varieties often requires expert grading services, which examine the coin's die marker's hub characteristics and strike details to confirm its legitimacy. The story of the 1988 Lincoln penny is not only about transitional errors, but also about the general state of the American economy and coin production. During the late 1980s, the decade had seen significant changes in the minting process with improved die-making technology and quality control. Yet the sheer volume of coins being produced meant that some errors were inevitable. The Denver Mint and Philadelphia Mint were the primary producers of the Lincoln cents for that year, with billions of pennies struck in total. Yet it is the subtle differences the collector must focus on to identify value within this sea of ordinary coins. The wide AM and close AM varieties became famous partly because the design intended for proof coins found its way onto circulation coins, an era that would continue to intrigue collectors well into the 21st century. As demand for high-grade specimens increased, collectors began submitting thousands of these coins to grading companies such as PCGS and NGC, hoping to receive high mint state grades or varieties attribution. This created a robust secondary market where even common coins in exceptional condition could command premiums. Meanwhile, the story of the Lincoln penny cannot be told without mentioning the broader cultural impact. The Lincoln cent remains one of the most collected coins in the world, with millions of Americans starting their numismatic journeys by filling penny folders from circulation. The humble penny teaches people to appreciate history, art, and economics all through a small piece of metal. The 1988 Lincoln penny, with its transitional errors, represents the perfect crossroad between mass production and collectible rarity. With each example found, the legend of the 1988 double die and reverse design varieties grows further, encouraging new collectors to look deeper into their pocket change, searching for that elusive piece of numismatic history over time. Stories emerged from coin shows and online forums about people who found these rare varieties in unassuming rolls purchased from banks or received in change from everyday transactions. These stories fueled the dream that anyone could strike it rich with just a penny. The thrill of the hunt became a unifying force among collectors, creating a community of passionate numismatists, sharing tips, photos, and authentication insights to help one another find and verify these elusive coins beyond transitional reverses. The 1988 Lincoln cent is also notable for the various minor die errors that can occur. On copper-plated zinc cents, these include off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, and plating bubbles. Each of these errors contributes to the unique story of the coin and can add incremental value depending on severity and eye appeal. It is important to remember that not all errors command significant premiums, but they add character and diversity to any collection. A comprehensive study of the 1988 Lincoln penny should also include its impact on modern coin design, as the Mint prepared for future design changes that would eventually see the introduction of the Lincoln Bicentennial Series in 2009. This series commemorated the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth and the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln cent itself, which shows how the design evolution of the penny is a testament to America's respect for tradition and its ability to adapt to changing times today. The market for the 1988 Lincoln penny remains strong, with dedicated collectors and investors seeking high-grade examples and known varieties. Online, auctions, coin shows, and private sales continue to bring these coins to market, where condition and provenance can dramatically affect final prices. This is why education and community are so important for anyone interested in the world of rare coins, building knowledge about die varieties. Minting processes and authentication techniques is essential for making smart purchases and avoiding counterfeits that could undermine the integrity of a collection. The allure of the 1988 Lincoln penny lies not just in its rarity, but in its accessibility. While some coins fetch premium prices, others remain affordable enough for novice collectors to add to their folders, sparking a lifelong passion for numismatics. The humble penny, once dismissed as mere pocket change, has proven itself time and again as a gateway to history, art, and the fascinating stories that money can tell. So whether you are a seasoned numismatist or just starting your journey, take a closer look at every Lincoln penny that passes through your hands, because Hidden within those copper-plated zinc discs might be a piece of history that connects you to the story of a nation, the legacy of a beloved president, and the thrill of discovering something rare in the most unexpected places. Keep searching, keep learning, and keep collecting, because in the world of coins, every cent has a story, and the 1988 Lincoln penny is a story worth telling and retelling for generations to come. Did you know that a simple 1996 Lincoln penny hiding in your pocket change could be worth thousands of dollars if you know what to look for today? We uncover the untold secrets, the rare varieties, the minting mysteries, and the fascinating American history behind the 1996 Lincoln penny. This is not just a coin. It is a window into a century-old tradition of American craftsmanship, error, coin treasures, and hidden value waiting to be discovered by you. The story of the 1996 Lincoln penny begins with a legacy that reaches back more than 100 years, when the United States Mint first introduced the Lincoln cent in 1909. It was designed to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the first American coin to feature a real historical figure. The image of Abraham Lincoln was sculpted by Victor David Brenner, a talented engraver whose initials VDB caused controversy when they appeared too prominently on the reverse of the original 1909 release, leading to the famous 1909 SVDB key date penny that collectors cherish to this day. The design has evolved over the decades, but Lincoln's portrait has remained constant, a testament to the enduring respect Americans hold for the 16th president. When we come to 1996, the penny had already seen many changes. The composition of the coin had shifted in 1982 from 95% copper to a copper-plated zinc core due to the rising cost of copper. Metal prices were climbing, making it impractical for the mint to continue producing pennies with solid copper. So the modern Lincoln penny you hold today is actually a thin layer of copper covering a zinc core, which is why certain errors and varieties became more common during this period, because the softer zinc core could lead to plating bubbles, die cracks, and other unique minting flaws that serious collectors hunt for. In 1996, the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint both produced Lincoln pennies. The Philadelphia coins have no mint mark under the date, while Denver coins bear a small D mark. The San Francisco Mint produced proof coins for collectors struck with special care and polished dies, giving them a mirror-like finish. These proof coins often carry additional value, especially in high grades because of their low mintage and superior quality. When you look closer at 1996 Lincoln pennies, you will find that there are several error varieties that can turn a 1-cent piece into a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Among the most desirable are double-die obverse and double-die reverse varieties, where a misalignment during the hubbing process causes doubled letters, numbers, or other design elements on the coin. These doubling errors are dramatic when visible to the naked eye. They can command significant premiums among collectors. Another common issue with the zinc pennies is plating blisters. These occur when gas trapped under the copper layer causes bubbles to form on the coin surface. Sometimes these are minor, but certain rare examples with dramatic bubbling can become highly collectible, especially if they form unusual patterns or align with other errors. Off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchets, and bonded coins are just a few of the other error types that might be found among 1996 Lincoln cents. Each error tells a story about the minting process, the massive mechanical presses, the dies striking blank planchets at high speed, the humans working the production line. All of these elements create the possibility for fascinating mistakes that slip past quality control and into circulation. To understand the historical context, we need to look at what America was like in 1996. The country was in a time of relative prosperity. The internet was becoming mainstream, the stock market was booming, and new technology was changing daily life. Yet the penny remained a constant link to the past. Millions of pennies were struck and released into circulation each year, but the humble cent was already under scrutiny. Economists debated whether to eliminate the penny altogether due to its low purchasing power and the cost to produce it. Ironically, the cost to mint a penny was beginning to approach or even exceed its face value, especially With fluctuations in metal prices, still the tradition held firm, and the Lincoln penny continued to be a workhorse of everyday commerce used by millions of Americans in vending machines, piggy banks, and pocket change. Collectors often overlook modern pennies thinking they are too common to have value, but savvy numismatists know that hidden treasures often lurk in plain sight. A roll of unsearched 1996 pennies can yield unexpected finds. A mint-state red graded penny with pristine luster, no contact marks, and full strike can grade MS-67 or higher with PCGS or NGC. These top population coins can fetch impressive prices at auction, particularly if they are registry-quality examples for high-end collectors building complete date and mint mark sets. The demand for the finest examples is intense and competitive. Proof, 1996. Lincoln cents are another area of interest struck in San Francisco. These coins were sold in proof sets to collectors. Many were carefully preserved, but some have been mishandled over the years, losing their perfect mirror surfaces or showing milk spots or scratches. A cameo or deep cameo contrast on a proof coin adds even more appeal, creating a striking visual effect where Lincoln's bust appears frosted against a mirrored background. These coins must be graded carefully under magnification to determine if they qualify for the cameo or deep cameo designation, and the best examples can command significant premiums far above their face value. As we explore the minting process in more detail, we see that each Lincoln cent starts as a blank planche punched from large sheets of metal. These blanks are then sent through an upsetting mill that raises the rims before they are fed into coining presses at high speed. The dies strike the blanks with thousands of pounds of pressure, transferring the design onto the coin surface. When dies become worn or misaligned, errors can occur, resulting in double strikes off center coins or even missing design elements. These minting errors are what make coin roll hunting so exciting. You never know when a rare variety might appear in a handful of change or a bank-wrapped roll. The 1996 Lincoln penny is also a reminder of the broader history of U.S. coinage. The mint was already preparing for the biggest design change since the Lincoln cent was introduced. Plans for the new 50-state quarters program were well underway to begin in 1999, sparking renewed interest in coin collecting across America. But the humble penny remained unchanged, its small size, simple design, and massive production numbers making it both ubiquitous and underappreciated. Yet collectors know that even the most common coin can hold secrets. The key is to learn what to look for. Study die markers, learn how to grade coins accurately, and understand the market for Lincoln cent varieties. Many collectors specialize in the Lincoln cent series because it offers something for everyone, from the rarities like the 1909 SVDB, the 1914 D, and the 1955 double die obverse, to modern era coins like the 1996 double dies or off-center strikes. Building a complete Lincoln cent collection is a rewarding journey through American history, economics, and minting technology. You can start with pocket change, then graduate to coin shows, online auctions, and dealer networks. The community of Lincoln cent collectors is vast and passionate, sharing information, discoveries, and expertise to help new collectors grow their knowledge. If you are interested in searching for rare 1996 Lincoln pennies, start by looking for high-grade examples with strong red color, a sharp strike, and minimal contact marks. These are the coins that can grade MS-66 or higher and command strong prices. Next, study known varieties using resources like the Cherry Picker's Guide or online coin forums. Look for doubling on the date, Liberty, or In God We Trust. Check for unusual die cracks, die chips, or cuds, which can add value for error. Collectors examine both sides of the coin under magnification, paying attention to the edges where clipped planches or broad strikes can appear. Remember that authenticity and proper attribution are essential, so work with reputable grading services and dealers when selling valuable finds. The 1996 Lincoln penny is more than just spare change. It is a tiny piece of American history representing over a century of tradition and innovation. By learning its story, you become part of a larger community dedicated to preserving these small treasures for future generations. So the next time you find a penny on the ground, pick it up, turn it over, and look closely. You might just be holding a hidden gem worth far more than 1 cent. This is the thrill of coin collecting, the hunt, the history, and the hope that somewhere in a simple penny lies a fortune waiting to be found.